Okay, maybe this is just a me thing, but I've always dreamed of a game that allowed me to become a samurai. I know I'm not the only one either because memes like these are absolutely everywhere, or at least they were a couple of weeks ago, and I just absolutely love the entire samurai aesthetic. But the video game samurai experience that I really wanted finally came out with Ghost of Tsushima in 2020, and much to my dismay, it was a PlayStation exclusive when it came out. So that was great. I was locked out from that for a while, unless I wanted to purchase an entire PlayStation to play one game, which, not reasonable for most people. So I have waited a long time to finally experience this game. Almost 4 years, actually. But the game is finally out on PC, and I'm 2 hours into the game, and I just had to stop and record this video before I got absolutely addicted for the next week so that I could say, I absolutely love this game. I have never been so hooked on a game. It took a lot of effort to stop playing this game to record this video. So everything I've played so far is amazing. The combat, the story, the art style, the graphics is everything I wanted from this samurai game. The graphics look amazing, but that's not really the only reason that I love the way the game looks. It's just presented in such a way that everything on screen is so cinematic and cool. I absolutely love it. I have no idea how the game looked on its original PlayStation hardware, but it must have been a shit ton of work to get this game to run well on PlayStation and look anywhere close to decent, because in 2020 the PlayStation hardware was already starting to age. So it's so impressive that this game came out on PlayStation, and now that it's on PC, I have to say the optimization is amazing. Considering that this is the disastrous age of PC ports like The Last of Us Part 1, I was extremely skeptical of what kind of quality we could expect from this game, but my skepticism was answered with a perfectly optimized game and almost no noticeable bugs from my perspective. I didn't see anything immersion breaking or game breaking. I didn't even see any minor visual bugs like armor clipping or just objects looking weird in the world. It ran perfectly. This shouldn't really be surprising, but my standards in the age of the cyberpunk style launch are super low, so I feel like praise should be heaped on when a game is functional at launch, which I guess is kind of sad, but seriously, this game just runs like an absolute dream. I'm absolutely sick of developers using us consumers as beta testers for these games that are just absolutely nowhere even close to being finished, and they won't even give us the courtesy of telling us that it's a beta test. Like I already mentioned, The Last of Us Part 1, which had such horrendous bugs that it would take an entire half-hour video for me to explain to you how absolutely broken that game was. But The Last of Us Part 1 is a great example because it's a PlayStation game, just like Ghost of Tsushima, but those two games came out in completely different launch states, and they on PC. So they were both made by their original developers, they were both ported to PC by the original developers, and they came out in completely different ways. The Last of Us, on one hand, was hardly playable with frame rate drops out the ass and kind of hilarious blackface bugs throughout the entire game, which just are completely not only immersion breaking, but totally game breaking. And then Ghost of Tsushima comes along and is like, hey, here's a perfect game that is exactly like it was on the original hardware. You won't even notice that it's a port. And it's such a breath of fresh air. I absolutely love it. Literally no issues that I've had so far. And with just that fact in mind, I feel like that any single person who has even the vaguest interest in playing this game should go buy it. Just absolutely go buy it. Number one, because it's an absolutely fucking awesome game. And number two, because it deserves your money. This day and age, a lot of games companies will spit on you, and they'll just try and get you to buy some shitty product that is absolutely not worth your time or money. This absolutely is. There's no bullshit. The game just runs perfect. It's exactly what it says on the cover. You're not being lied to, and I can personally guarantee that. So that's it. This game is awesome. It deserves your money. Go buy it on PC, and that's it. I'm out.